We felt we needed to take a refresh on a strategy because we've been going for 5 years, and we're going through a period of growth, and we just wanted to check the strategy before we progressed. And also we decided that we also needed some investment, and I couldn't articulate what our business plan was. I had a bit of mental block. So I'd gone through the normal process of following the MBA type template, and it just wasn't working for me. So I was seeking another way of doing it, and was attracted towards Allchange's way of using a graphical interface and a design approach rather than the bog standard filling in a list. The preparation period was about 3 weeks. It was of actually really great value, not necessarily to the rest of the team, but mainly for me. As the managing director, I'm the one that's meant to help develop the strategy, and the process was very methodical. It meant that we were very efficient with our time. It was very logical, and what that forced me to do was to think in a different way. And I won't lie to you, it was very challenging. My head hurt at the end of each session, but it was worth it because it was making me think in a very different way, and I was exploring areas of problem which I probably wouldn't have bothered to do because it was too challenging. So I think it was a really valuable period for me to structure my thinking before I then exposed it to the rest of the team. The visual framework was really useful during the preparation phase because in essence it was almost like the architecture or the foundation for what was coming next. And what it allowed me to do was to orchestrate my thinking in a way that meant I wasn't missing bits, or I was ensured that I was joining bits up that would create this central idea that we're focusing on for the strategy. What the visual framework allowed me to do was it almost forced me to think differently. And unbeknownst to me, I think my brain was rewiring itself. And through that process, it unlocked a way of thinking and stopped this writer's block that I was having. And made me go in a direction which I wasn't even expecting. And I think it made me more creative rather than just sticking to a set series of headings and lists on an MBA. I found the workshop experience fascinating. Working with Ian, together we created what I would call a synthetic roller coaster. We created an environment that we placed the team into, that I was at the back pressing a button with Ian driving, and we went up and down through a period of hours discussing stuff in detail and with enthusiasm and with passion that we wouldn't normally do. And I was at the back watching all of this thinking, fantastic, this is exactly what I wanted. I think the process was like a kind of distillation of our ideas, with lots of conversations going on, but over time we kind of got down to a kind of more condensed understanding of what our issues were. What the artist brought to the party at the end was this ability for him to translate our thinking and our discussions and model our thinking in a way that meant it was consumable and digestible.